Yeah, it's the magic of TV magic. It's
TV
hidden.
magic?
No one can see it. All right, see, and that's it right there. Take a little bit of this. All right, perfect. Pardon me. Always a good way to start. All right, so Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate. We've got the booster box. It's here. We're gonna open it. But first, we've got some cards. These are the cards that I got from the release event. Here's my Commander deck. Alrighty. And there's my Buy a Box promo. Gotta check out the Elder Brain. Very nice foiling on this Elder Brain. Looks good. Okay? Don't let the saturation fool you. This looks like a very good foil card. Cool. Okay card too. Not tremendously powerful, but you know, cool. We'll find a deck for it. So in the commander draft, some big decisions have to be made. It really behooves you to figure out your commander. Your commander really determines what you can do with your deck, right? So I'm gonna just go over kind of this really quickly. There is no shortage. There is no shortage of legendary commander cards. Okay, so you know there was a possibility we were in blue-black. We picked up a blue commander. We picked up a black background commander, a white background commander. We even managed to get some blue-white and a really good blue-white rare. That would have been an awesome commander. And then randomly, much later in the packs, we got this green-black commander. We were never going to play it. I think it says the word Mildew card, so I'm going to put this in a graveyard-based deck. So, whatever. But very important to make sure you have enough commander potential, all right? So, did I show a Scion of Halaster? One thing several people mentioned, Scion of Halaster. Scion of Halaster. Scion of Halaster foil. This card is so unbelievably available and common. Like, you can always play black. Always. It's always available. And even though I looked at this card sideways and said this is garbage, I actually cast this every single game. It was my commander. And it got me cards that I needed. So, surprisingly better than expected. Alright? Surprisingly better than I expected. And then, we got Amber here. So let's talk about Amber in a moment. I want to talk shit about Amber, and then we're gonna, you know, untalk shit about Amber. So, my first pick of the draft was, hold on. My first pick of the draft, and you pick two in every pack. My first pick of the draft was Owlbear Cub. This is not a first pick card. There's a certain human being that really wanted this card, and I thought that since I opened it up, it would be hilarious not to pick it. I picked that card. So I picked that, and maybe I was in green, maybe I wasn't. But I'm pretty sure my next pick after that was Murder. I mean, Murder is just, it kills anything. It's Murder. It's a very solid card. So, okay, perfect. Definitely, you know, first or second pick worthy. Okay, so potentially in green-black. And then what was happening was I had to make sure I could secure a commander. So early on, we got this Mahadi Emporium Master, a black-red Devil Cat, right? Which could easily be a commander. And then I was passed this card. One moment. Then I was past this card, all right? Tiamat's Fanatics. This card, very good. So it's a 4/3 haste body for 5. But then it has Myriad. And so, of course, when you're attacking one player in multiplayer, Myriad makes copies of it, so you attack everyone simultaneously. This is a good card for multiplayer. Perfect, okay? So we knew right away that with Mahadi, Tiamat's Murder, we're looking at a very nice multiplayer red-black deck. So then my strategy from there was essentially, are there gigantic big monsters in black-red? So we picked up the Ghastly Death Tyrant. We picked up a Hezru. We picked up several Chain Devils for um, removal. And we picked up a Null Warband in pack 1. So this guy's Myriad again. Menace. And it costs less for each player that took damage. So it's generally not 6 mana. Great. We picked up this guy pretty early, another Myriad red card. And then we got these Fang Dragons. Awesome. Gigantic super flying monsters. Okay, perfect. So this is sort of what we got in pack 1-ish. And yeah, I think this is about pack 1. Let me take a look. That's 11, and then I pull out Murder for 12. I think I didn't pull Murder. Well, is it in there? Let's see. Murder, okay, it's in there. Okay, cool. And then, alright, so then I started to see some signals in the packs. Let me sort these a little bit. Alright, so I saw this Basilisk Gate. Pumps up your guys for the number of gates that you get. And I saw this artifact here. Hold on. This navigation orb that lets you get gates. So I knew I could tutor up gates and then have this reusable pump ability. So that pivoted me, you know, just to get these gates for a little while. Let's see. All right. And then let's see what else I got in this. All right. So, as I said, we're looking at... Okay, so... Cool. Yeah, so I got past, like, a Displacer Kitten, so I took it, because it was a rare, and there wasn't anything good in the pack. And then I got a foil Displacer Kitten, because it was a rare, and there was nothing good in the pack. I got, like, a very late Astral Confrontation. It's a good white removal spell. Let's see, what do we got here? 16. And I probably took some garbage. Oh, 17 with the Owl Bear. Okay, 17 with the Owl Bear. Checking. This is pack 2, so we know about that. 18. 19. I got that very late. And I think I got this Breath Weapon in pack 1. Okay. So I picked a huge number of black and red cards early on, so I knew I was committed to the colored types, okay? Even though I was pretty sure that the person to my left was also playing black-red, I had to go into it. Now, the problem here is that this is what I had as a commander, and it was fine. It was a fine commander, but I wanted to do better if possible. So eventually, in the later pack, I got the Hallisters, and I got the Amber pretty early, probably 3rd or 4th pick. Because I know that first pick, I got the Storm King's Thunder, Mythic Rare. This I opened, and I seldom will pass a Mythic Rare. And then, I also, in the same pack, I believe, I got this foil Sculpted Sunburst, white board wipe. So you never pass a board wipe in draft, so I took it. And again, like, the White Dream was still alive. We could have maybe splashed it. In the next pack... Well, not in the next pack, I'm sorry. Yeah, when I was past the next pack, yeah. They had passed... Question. Oh, it must be in here. No. Here. They passed me the Council of Four, which I wanted to own this card. It's cool that they got the art card of it. Neat. I like the card. It's great for multiplayer. So there was still a possibility that I could go white-blue. There still was a possibility, even though I had a tremendous number of red and black cards. But we filled it out with like some filler cards, like Bronze Walrus. We got a couple of gates to go with our gate cycle. We got a late Pilgrim's Eye, and then I got this late Young Red Dragon, which we'll talk about that really quickly. This scored me a pack of cards. We got this red creature. We got this -2/-2 effect. It's like a board wipe. We got another Merkel's Edict. So, yeah, I mean, we just got some other cards. I got this very, very late Deadly Dispute. I got past this slot as, like, the last 2 cards. Whatever. I got this Dragon Cultist, and this is a card I want to talk about briefly. So, it's cool background. It's red. If I had gotten a black commander with this, I would have played it. The reason being, I was past an extremely late cloud kill. There's even a foil one. And it gives all creatures -X until end of turn, where it's the mana value of a commander you own on the battlefield or in the command zone. So when I pulled this, this could be -5/-5. But at the moment, I had the option of Amber plus Scion, and she's only 4, so -4/-4, or to use the cat, and he's only 3, so only -3/-3. So I really didn't want that. I really wanted to have Dragon Cultist plus a black background commander, but it didn't happen. So I ended up using her over him, mostly because of Cloud Kill. Again, it's board wipe. You never pass board wipes in draft. It's very bad to do that. Don't do it. So unfortunately, this Dragon Cultist ended up being a dead card. I won't say it lost me the last game, but I drew it when I needed to draw something relevant, and I cast it because I had nothing else to do, and it didn't do anything, so, oh well. I also misread the card a little bit. I'm going to go over this card real quickly and see if you guys misread this like I did. Probably won't, but... So, it is a 5 mana, red, legendary enchantment, background. Commander creatures you own have, at the beginning of your end step, if a source you controlled dealt 5 or more damage this turn, create a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying. You read it correctly. All right, Daragaz, I don't believe you. I believe you misread it. So there isn't a tremendous problem with this because I've got, let's see here. I've got Dragon, Genocide, Null Enforcer, Hezru, Ghastly Tyrant, okay? So each of these guys, and, that's 6. I have 6 guys that could all hit for the requisite 5 or more damage. So I could do this. But I thought that I needed to do all of them. Anything before the semicolon is the cost. Yeah, you got it. No. I thought that 5 total damage is all I needed, but it had to be... What got me in this one is, at the beginning of your end step, if a source, and I do agree that a source means a single source, but that single would have keyed it off to me that the one thing had to be big enough. Like, instead of all sources totaling to 5 or more. Which it doesn't say that. It says A. A and single are roughly the same. So that is a better way to say it using less characters and stuff. That's fine. I misread it. But the number of cards that I had, I couldn't really substitute. So I had to use every card that I drafted. So because, let's go back to that real quick. So, there's my 60. It played good. I'll talk about the results in a moment. But because I drafted this foil uncommon, this foil rare, this foil rare, this rare, this rare, this rare, this foil, I already had 2 of them. I didn't need it. I just rare draft, and this rare as well. So I rare drafted a bit. Yeah, the GOAT format. Yeah, it is the GOAT format. You have the contraband livestock. It is the GOAT format. But because I rare drafted so heavily, and it's never a bad thing to rare draft, I was a little bit short on playables, but not much. Yo, what up, Pickle? So the way that this format went down, we were playing 2 commander pods. We're not playing draft games. We're playing commander pods. And this was unknown to everyone because the venue didn't know what they were doing. I'm glad that I interjected beforehand. That happened, right? It
100% happened.
They didn't.
No one knew what they were doing.
No one knew what they were doing, and I'm not mad or anything. I just wanted everyone to get on the same page. This keeps happening in my lifetime. That one woman, the very pregnant woman. Yes. She thought I was mad. I wasn't mad at all. I was just trying to end the confusion there. They indicated it at first. But okay, so two pods, all right? And so there are 3 packs in the first pod, 4 packs in the second pod. The way the packs would be distributed is 1 pack for winning, 1 pack for being the first player eliminated. The first player eliminated got The first player eliminated got a pack. And then they had different ones. So in the first game, it was first blood. So combat damage, right? So check this out. We had a player who played a 2-mana commander, and that 2-mana commander on turn 2 would have easily gotten first blood, right? But bam, bam. All right, we Merkle's edicted. We made them sack their commander. Then they recast their commander at 4, but on that turn, I cast my commander at 4, and since she has haste, kablam, we got it. So we got first blood. So we got a pack in that game with our commander. We ended up winning that game. We got 2 packs out of the 3. Awesome. Game 2, another player played this card. I also killed it. I played mine. Boom. First blood. Got my pack. Wonderful. And that game, I killed 2 of the other players, giving one of them a pack. The one player that I gave a pack, I put in the dumpster all game. He was very upset about being put into the dumpster all game.
He was.
So I gave him the pack. Let me show you how I did this. It was hilarious. Yes, it's lore. It is lore. You're right. So check this out. So this card, Storm King's Thunder, I didn't want to play this card, but as I said, once I started looking at the contents of the deck, I did not have enough cards to make decisions. I just had to play everything. And so this is triple red and X. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell X times. So I cast this for four copies, and then I cast Merkle's Edict, which says, roll a d20 and do the thing. So I had 5 Merkle's Edicts, and I cast them all on that one player because he had 5 creatures. Now you roll a d20. On a 1 through 9, only they sacrifice. But on a 10 through 11, each opponent sacrifices. So I did, in fact, wipe the entire board. But I killed all 5 of his creatures. So this happened. I had to do it. This was the best thing that I did all night. It was awesome. Hopefully that card is expensive. I don't know the values on a lot of these cards. But yeah, I had fun. It was a good event. I encourage people to play Commander. It's a good format. And here we has the box. So this is the Commander Legends Dungeons and Dragons Battle for Baldur's Gate box with the seal. Look, it's sealed with the Wizard's shrink wrap that you can buy. You can buy the Wizard's shrink wrap, so we don't know if this has been tampered with, actually. We have no idea. This could have been re-wrapped, we'd never know. Thanks, Wizards. Great quality control. Guaranteed. Very important. 1 each. Traditional foil. Art card. And foil etched card. Wowee. And there are only 18 packs in a box. I think there are 20 cards in each pack. I think that's right. Yeah, so here it is. I almost never do this. I almost never open sealed product. It should always stay sealed. It's always worth more money than opening it. What are we hoping to open up in this box?
Dragons.
All right. Do you have any? Yeah, Black Lotus, of course, Daragaz. Bought it from Walmart. Luckily, we got it from the game store, so I don't. I mean, I do not suspect that we'll get the lands. You're right, though. Any particular dragon? I want the red one. I want the ancient copper dragon.
The ancient copper dragon would be fantastic.
I would like that. I would like Elminster.
Okay.
I want the frayed rope. Daragaz the Igniter is not in the set, Daragaz. You know that. I want the rope so that I can kill people with the rope.
Okay.
I want that. Most of the other cards that I want are actually in the Commander decks, so I can't really get them. I'm not super excited for any particular cards. I just like all the background cards, so I don't really care. And a lot of those are uncommon. I'm gonna get them, so I'm excited about those things. Lands are always good. All the gates are really cool. I would really like to get Baldur's Gate. That's one I'd like to get.
That'd be nice, yeah.
Baldur's Gate would be really cool. I play gates in my decks because I think they're more fun and casual. Um, yeah, Boo. So they have the Planeswalker Boo. Yeah, he can be your commander. I think red green, right?
How did I not know that?
Yeah, he can be your commander, right? Did I leave up the? I did. Yeah, right here. Minsk and Boo, timeless heroes, and they can be your commander. Yep, along with Tasha the Witch Queen. See, we can make a witch deck.
I like Tasha the Witch Queen.
A legit witch deck because she can be the commander.
Fantastic.
And there's also the Baba Yaga card. Did you see her?
No, I didn't see Baba
Yeah,
Yaga.
yeah, she's green black. So I was thinking you make her commander out of that one. Let's see if we can find her real quick. Oh, and also I need Wilson, the refined grizzly,
You do.
but he's an uncommon. So I could have drafted him. I could have drafted. He's uncommon. We'll get him.
He's fine.
Honestly, I'm looking for fucking uncommon cards. So I'm gonna be very happy. No matter what we open, I'm gonna be happy. I really don't care. But it would be nice to get a couple of these like uncommons that I wanted to get. Dang, how can I not find this card? Aha, because here the gold cards are here,
That makes sense.
and we're not. I want to get Merkle, Lord of Bones. Yeah, I want that card.
Okay.
I don't care about too many of these. I would like to get that one. That's just a rare. It's not a mythic. There it is. Baba Lasagna, the Night Witch. Oh, she's a rare. You see her there. 3 mana, 3/3. Sack up to 3 permanents. And then if you do it right, each opponent loses 3 life. You gain 3 life, and you draw 3 cards. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Any of these other things? No, don't really care. Don't really care. I wrote the article on this. I read Blade of Selves. I would like to pick up Blade of Selves. It's a reprint, but it's a cool card. There's the Fraying Line. Most of these other cards I don't really care about. Like, I'll get whatever I get. I'm not. Yeah, it'd be nice to get Morphic Pool and Luxury Suite, like the dual lands. Always good. Yeah, I get anything here. I really don't mind. The only card I really want is the Copper Dragon.
Yep.
The Copper Dragon. That's really the only one. So, odds of getting that, probably 1 in a million. 1 in a million. What are we looking at for balance? The hamster. Oh, yeah. All right, so without further ado, here is the box. Let us lose all of our money. Here, lovely assistant, please open that with your lovely fingernails that I don't have. All right, now, as we all know, Wizards is very, very generous, and they add a box topper to every box, right? Very generous. No. We got this, though. Feel this. That's like heavy, thick plastic. What the heck?
This is thicker than the cards.
Yeah. This is thicker than the cards. This is unbelievable. Yeah. I'm going to use that for something. No kidding. All right. Now, another thing that I noticed, check this out. It is not an arena code. All right, it is not an arena code. So, does anyone remember when Magic cards had like different artwork on the packs? Okay. Look, New Capenna, they're the same. Oh, wait a minute. That's a welcome booster. Okay. Throne of Eldraine, look. Different artwork on the packs, okay? You don't have to go back that far to when they were doing this. But then, these are all the same. Look. They're all the hamster.
Because everyone loves the hamster.
They're all the same. Now, you used to be able to say, oh, the good ones are in XYZ, right?
That makes sense.
So, here it is. Now, I know from years of opening packs which ones are the good ones. So, you get to pick the ones that you want to pick. All right, are there any other ones you want to pick? Feel free to go through.
I'll pick these two.
Okay, are there any other packs that you want to do?
No,
all right.
These two.
All right. So, would you like to open the first pack?
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Open the first pack. Let us see what we get. Obviously, foiled mythic in the first pack.
I mean, it is me picking the cards, so
Yeah.
of course it will be.
I have very, very low luck on this, so I don't do it. Oh, cool. Wow. What a neat art card. Wow.
It's a very cool art.
Oh, it's Justine. It's Justine Mary Anderson. I played Dungeons & Dragons with this human being. It's very funny. Ha! Merkel. Lord of Bones in the first... There we go.
There you go.
Awesome. Yep, this card is awesome. We will be making a commander deck out of this. Anything good in here? A Holophant. It's an elephant angel. There's the decanter. Oh, look at these. Oh my god, these are so thin.
Yeah, they're very thin. Very spindly.
Look at I don't know why they do this on the D&D set, but they put flavor text in your land. It looks terrible. Alright, the decanter. Yeah, cool. Alright, some more merfolks. Sure thing. The Sea Hag. A Sea Gate. Ah, the Sword Coast Serpent. There is most certainly a boat in that. Awesome. And there you go. Yeah, a white guy. Legendary. Choose a background. Yeah, cool. And then a green guy. Choose a background. Cool. Emerald Dragons. We got some of the uncommon dragons. Candlekeep. Oh! A nice looking etched foil. Ooh, for the mill deck. Very nice looking etched foil there. Oh, nice. Okay. And then we got the Sentinel Worm. Cool. It's very good. It's a dragon spirit. And then we got a squirrel token. What the heck?
I don't know.
What makes squirrels in this? Art card's real good.
And
And then a foil guy. Awesome. This was a very good pack, by the way. This is an exceptionally good pack.
I always pull exceptionally good packs.
Yeah, this was a good pack.
Are we ready for the next?
Yeah. I am Merkel, Lord of Bones. I really wanted that one, so cool.
There you go. You're welcome.
Very, very cool. And then rares. And then, yeah, everybody else. Yeah, everybody else.
We all love land.
Boof. Cool little artwork card. I think the other one's better. Let's see if this guy shows... There it is. Yep, very cool, very cool. Anything cool? Anything cool?
Check it out.
Planes. I like the artwork on that fire diamond. That's pretty nice. The Heap Gate. That's a good card. Ugh. It's like powder on these. Earth Tremor. Arms of Hadar. This is like a draft pack. Battle Rager. All right, Hardy Outlander. Listen to this background. Commander creatures you own have. Whenever this creature attacks a player, if no opponent has more life than that player, so that means if they have equal to your life and more than theirs, like you could have up to the same amount as them.
Right.
Another target creature you control gets +X until end of turn where X is that creature's power. Okay, it doubles a creature, sort of. It just lets you attack the highest HP opponent, basically. Banishment. I haven't seen this card. Let's see what this does. Looks good. Flash. It's an enchantment with Flash Exile. ETBs, exile non-land permanent opponent controls, and all other non-land permanents with the same name until it leaves the battlefield. What was the card that did this in, like, Amonkhet? There's like an Amonkhet card that does exactly this. What am I thinking of here? It was the same exact card. Alright, cool. It's good. Alright, any of these? No. Okay. Go right there. The Gate Colossus. Okay. Pretty good. Jaheira, Friend of the Forest. Tokens get a... Oh, she's going to go up in price. I need to sell this card immediately, Jaheira. There's a bunch of token stuff that's happening right now. All right, there's Dragon Cultists. What is the collation on this? They go like rare, uncommon, rare? Oh! This guy should be worth a pile of money. He's a foil mythic rare etched Volo, itinerant scholar. ETBs. Create Volo's Journal. A legendary colorless artifact token. Why isn't it in the pack? Oh my god. Alright. And then, by the way, that's a mythic rare with a mythic foil in the same pack. Good fucking packs. These are probably the best packs in the whole box. What does Volo do? So he makes the journal. It has hexproof. and whenever you cast a creature spell, note one of its creature types that hasn't been noted for this artifact. Oh my god. So with Changeling, and then draw cards, draw a card for each creature type noted. Oh my god. Alright. Yep. And then, of course, Mystic Genesis. So green has 10 gazillion cards that do this, alright? 8 mana, reveal the top X cards of your library. X is the greatest mana value of a commander you own on the battlefield or in the command zone.
Oh, that's nice.
You may put any number of permanent cards from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom. So, yeah, you cast this, and your commander costs 6. You just put the top 6 things into play, probably. Very, very good card, very solid. I don't know if it'll be worth a lot of money, but there's a bunch of cards that are green that do exactly this. But yeah, cool. But this guy should be worth something. So that's a very, very, very good pull, right there. And then random Merkle's Invoker foil garbage, whatever. Somebody wants that. All right. And now I will pick a pack. It doesn't matter what I pick. It will be poopy, but we will do it anyways. Oh god, these things are. Oh my god. Well, you can't reseal these packs, okay? There's no way you could reseal them. They're so thin. We gotta... Thank you.
I have a pile. Yeah.
Oh, at least my art card is really cool. Oh, and look at that, a foil forest! You know how much you've wanted a foil forest. God dang.
Add it to the 375 other ones.
Marching Duodrone. Oh, that's kind of cool. It'd be so cool if I got like all the way through.
All the way through. That's
Yep.
amazing, yeah.
Alright, so we got an art card.
Very cool.
This is the same guy that I have a foil of. Alright, right there. The background guy. Charcoal Diamond, Marble Diamond. This is a weird double art, double diamond. Weird. Alright, Nimble Right schematic. Yeah, always good to do that, Pickle. Alright, we got a Phoenix, okay. Oh my god. So Nemesis Phoenix, guys, trigger warning. Nemesis Phoenix has Battalion, but they decided not to keyword it again. Cool. Always good not to use keywords that already exist. Cool. Alright, the Null Warband. I didn't see this Geode Golem. Trample. When it deals combat damage to a player, you may cast your commander from the command zone without paying its mana cost.
What?
That's cool.
What?
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
It was, like, who isn't going to put this in their Ulamog deck? You know what I mean? Red. Look at how much colorless is in this. Look at this pack. And colorless. This is colorless. This is a colorless pack. Full-on colorless pack. Alright, and then there's the commander. You seen this one? This is one of the guys played this as his commander. When you attack, spells you cast from exile this turn cost X less. X is the number of players being attacked.
Oh.
So you attack everybody, and then you exile the top X cards of your library, the number of people you're attacking,
Right.
and then you can cast them. So it lets you play your library. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, cool. Yeah, the Hermit Cloaks. It's a green background. Commanders get at the beginning of your end step. If a creature card was put into your graveyard from anywhere, create 2 tapped squirrels.
Haha.
Oh, we got a foil etched. All right, cool. You get one in every pack, so I shouldn't be surprised at that. It's a Halfling Knight, 3 color. Whenever an enchanted creature attacks one of your opponents, it gets +2/+0 and trample until end of turn. Whenever an aura you control is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, exile it until your next turn. You may cast that card. I'm not very happy with this card. This card's dumb. You're not gonna play that in an actual aura deck. Oh well. Cool though. It's edge foil. So here's Dinah here, Invoker Adept. Okay, so she has 1,000-year elixir.
Okay.
So she has haste, and then print. You may activate abilities of other creatures you control as though those creatures had haste. 1,000-year elixir says the same thing. It's an artifact that costs like 2, and it says you can activate. And then she has tap. When you next activate an ability this turn by spending 4 or more mana to activate it, copy that ability. This card's quite good. There's a boat in the background, by the way, so there's a American boats. Okay, so this is what I'm saying about this set. Like, now I have an American Boats commander. It doesn't matter what I open up. I'm going to be happy with every single card. It's so stupid. And then we got a Cone of Cold foil. It's not very good. Yeah. Um, yeah. Even if you roll a natural 20 on this, it's not good. It's just not cool. All right, we have a night token. All right. And then these guys. All colorless pack. We're really strange. Really strange on that one. All right. So yeah, your packs have been better so far by 10 gazillion. We're going to need foil planeswalkers to defeat you. Foil planeswalkers. You had 2 mythics in a pack. All right. Undercity token. Wait a minute. Aha, the art card. Oh, that's a cool one.
That's cool.
And then the garbage planes, all right. The Merry Thief, I have that in foil regular. These art cards are okay. Cloak of the Bat, Flying in Haste. That's going to see a lot of commander play, I think. Your temple is under attack. You and target opponent each draw 2 cards. Cool. That's a cool card. You'll see that. The Dawnbringer Cleric. That's a good one. Reprint, though. It's from, like, Zendikar. Coronation of Chaos. This card killed me. This is what let me lose the second game. I won my first game. I got first blood second game. I lost, though. Classic red card. You cannot block. Treasure Keeper. I think he's a reprint also. When he dies, reveal card from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card with mana value 3 or less. You may cast that card for free. Put all cards not cast this way at the bottom of your library in a It's fine. Treasure Keeper is fine. Arcane Encyclopedia. The James Day Tome. No, dare guys, I want the Chun-Li. I don't think I want any of the other ones. I think only the Chun-Li is cool, and all the other ones are like pretty lame. So no, I don't want to pay that much money for just her. I'll just get her. I'll get her on the secondary market after they print the card. Did you see what happened to the Stranger Things cards? Like the bottom has fallen out of them. They're worthless because they printed the Magic copies of them. So now nobody cares about, you know, the special Stranger Things version because you can buy the same card as Magic and it's cheaper. Thus, all the Stranger Things cards are worth nothing. I want the actual Chun-Li card as Chun-Li, though, because why not? But none of the other ones were cool. I didn't think they did a good job with a lot of the abilities. And I wish they had other characters that they didn't make. Like, I want a Dan Hibiki. They didn't make a Dan card. He's a joke character from Street Fighter. He's a copy of a copy of a copy. Yeah, he's a parody of a parody of a parody. The Rug of Smothering. Flying. Whenever a player casts a spell, they lose 1 life for each spell they've cast this turn. Actually hilarious. Shadowheart Dark Justiciar. Sack another creature, draw X cards, choose a background. Solid card, not very good. Solid. Alright, and now for the, hopefully, money cards. Oh, Cultist of the Absolute. This is much more notable. So this is a rare background for 1 black. Commander creatures you own get +3/+3, and flying, and death touch, and ward, pay 3 life, and at the beginning of your upkeep you have to sacrifice a creature. So it turbocharges your commander, but you have to sack a creature every turn. But this is, it's pretty good, because it protects your commander by making them bigger, and flying, and death touch, and ward. And the drawback is, well, it only costs 1 mana, so it should have a drawback. Thank goodness they still make some cards with drawbacks. So these are okay. And the Etched Foil, it's a common garbage. Commander creatures you own have, when this creature enters or leaves the battlefield, draw a card. It's in foil, great. How about like a mythic foil? Oh, there's the Earthquake Dragon. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Okay, so Earthquake Dragon is very special because it costs 15 mana.
Okay.
So now, anybody, Blazing Shoal, Nourishing Shoal, I should say, Nourishing Shoal is going to go back up in price because of this card. Okay, MTG Finance here, guys. So this spell costs X less to cast for X the total mana value of dragons you control. So all your other dragons make this cost less. So this will cost 1 mana a lot of the time. And it has Flying and Trample, and it's a 10/10 for 1 mana. But then it has 3 mana, sack a land, return it from the graveyard to your hand. So it never goes away. You can keep casting this thing. This is very good. It's going to see a lot of play, and it's going to see a lot of play by being like exiled from your hand to cast something for free. Yeah, like a Nourishing Shoal. That card's unbelievable. Mazzy True Sword Paladin, we have this, but we got the foil etched version. And then a Cliffgate. I am happier to get a Cliffgate in foil than to get one of these things in foil, so I'm good with that. I'm totally cool with that. That's a better foil than that. Alright, so we got one Omega Dragon, but not the right one. Wow. These are really thin. Yikes. Thank you. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks really nice. Wonder who made it. That looks like old Smog. It's Justine Jones. Nice looking art card. A foil mountain to go with our foil plains. Oh my god, so lame. Alright. Decanter of Endless Water. We've seen it. Vol Candlekeep Researcher. Cool. Have you seen this one? So it's got Vigilance. You tap for colorless mana equal to their toughness. And then this mana can't be spent to cast spells from your hand. But you could cast them from exile, or from the command zone, or from your graveyard. And the nice thing is, because it has Vigilance, you can attack with it, and then after you've attacked, you can then tap it to add the mana. So, pretty neat, and of course it gets a background. This is a cool card. I appreciate that it's the art card. I wish it were also in foil. Cool. Definitely cool. Stunning Strike, nothing to write home about. Blur, also nothing to write home about. It's just another flicker type effect. Whatever. Minimus Containment, that's a reprint. The Patriarch Seal, nothing to write home about. There's a bunch of cards that do that. Burnished Heart, this is a reprint. It's an elk. It's a 2/2. You can pay 3 to sack it. You get 2 basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped. So it's a big, colorless ramp. Pretty good. But not, not interesting. It's been reprinted, so on and so forth. Cast Down. This is another reprint. 2 mana, destroy target non-legendary creature. So it kills almost anything, but it can't kill commander. So pretty decent in when it was in standard, and pretty decent in modern. It sees some play here and there in modern and legacy as a removal card, but not a lot. But it is pretty solid. But in commander, yikes! Like a removal card that cannot remove a commander is pretty bad. Not a bad card, but just not for commander. The Drillworks Mole, cool. 1/1 for 1, 2 mana tap. Put a +1/+1 counter on Drillworks Mole, and a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target commander creature you control.
Huh.
Yeah.
Alright.
So for 1 mana, he'll go in any deck where your commander does stuff with counters. Pretty cool. Not a threatening card, but definitely does a lot of work. Cool card. Alright, another one of these. We got a billion of those. Foil and non-foil. And Master Chef. Alright, so surprisingly in the draft, this was one of the best background cards. So it's 3 mana. Commanders have this creature enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. So this just chills out there, and every time you cast your commander, it's getting that counter. And also, other creatures you control enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on them. Yes. Pretty darn good.
Yeah.
It does a thing. This was by far the best one that just hung out and did stuff. And I never got to draft one, so... Etched foil? Lame. It is the Hollyphant. Lulu. So we have an Angel Elephant. We have it in etched foil. It looks really faded as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I like the... This probably won't scan with any of the card scanning apps. I bet you it totally screws them up. Alright. Another Merkle, Lord of Bones. I see. Well, I wanted this card, and now I got it.
Yes.
Cool card. Alright, a foil background. We got the Charlatan. Also notice, maybe you can see it on the edge, many of these cards are misframed. They're just slightly off-center. This is cool, though, because commander creatures you own have 2 mana. This creature becomes a copy of another target creature. It's blue. Blue does copy things.
Yeah.
Blue-green Simic does copy things. This card could see some play. It's foil. I'd be happy to get something cool with that. And a Veteran Motorist. An uncommon list card.
Woohoo! What?
Yeah, you see, it's the list.
Yes, that's great.
Yeah, this is so disappointing to get this in my cards. That this could have been a Commander Legends card, but no, I got a reprint of an uncommon from Kaladesh. Yeah, disgusting. Get out. Get out of my packs. Because they only give you the, what, 15 cards in here? That's such a...
Yeah.
Yikes. Oh well. Ooh. Like a Cthulhu looking dragon there. Alright, we got our swamp. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Alright. Alright, cool. Ward 2. The back of these cards are so odd. Alright. Beginning of your end step, if you have the initiative, draw a card. Draw another card if you've completed a dungeon. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, amongst that, all of these diamond art cards actually look pretty good. You're confronted by robbers, sure thing. Another dragon. The Universal Solvent, this is a reprint. 1 mana. For 7, tap and sack, destroy anything. So it's colorless removal that you could technically put in any deck. It's not great, but it is the Universal Solvent. It's a D&D classic. Alright, white background. Creature tokens get +2/+2. Yeah. Yeah, pretty decent. And then here, Kadira. Trample, 3/3 for 3. Whenever she deals combat damage to a player, for each token you control, create a 1/1 white rabbit creature token.
Wow.
Yeah, so you've got 5 tokens, you're going to make 5 more tokens for each. She's pretty good.
That's not bad.
Yeah, she's pretty good. Overwhelming Encounter. I don't think I've seen this one. Creatures you control gain Vigilance and Trample till end of turn, then roll a d20. Wow, so already for 5 mana, that's not amazing, but that's nice. On a 1 through 9, they get +2/+2. So, okay, that's very good for 5 mana. On a 10 through 19, so half of the time, put 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. And what if you roll the 20, you put 4 +1/+1 counters.
Okay.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's pretty good.
What a fun card.
Yeah, that's Overrun, Stampede. Green has these types of big effects, but wow. All right, cool. All right, there's the Candlekeep Researcher. I like the other art better. All right, the Veteran Soldier. We've seen that one. Merkle, Lord of Bones, in the swag foil treatment. I opened it. It's mine. We'll be using that one. Awesome. Feels good. Raised by Giants. This is a cool one. So it's a background. Commander creatures you own have base power and toughness 10/10, and are giants in addition to other types. So the background turns them into 10/10 giant. Pretty cool.
That's gross.
So you could play like a 1 or a 2 background commander, and then for 6, make them a 10/10.
There you go.
Yeah, really cool. Very interesting. Elder Brain, nothing to see here. We got the...
That's a nice one.
Yeah, I mean, we got the buy a box promo. The promo's much cooler. Like, there's not even a question. This one is way cooler, right? I think so. No?
No, I agree.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely, yes.
So, cool. It is an Elder Brain. What do we got? Nemesis Phoenix. Oh, cool. We had this one before. It's the one that has Battalion, but they didn't keyword it. But I love the look of this card. Look at it. It's shiny and sketch. I don't like a lot of the sketch cards, but this one looks great.
That's nice.
Yeah, really nice looking
I
card.
like the sketch cards though. So.
Oh, sweet. And we got a Soren's Vengeance. Yeah, the list.
What the absolute hell?
The list. It's cool. So let me tell you about Soren's Vengeance. So it's 7 mana. It deals 10 damage to a player, and you gain 10 life.
I mean, okay.
The reason that this is that the Soren that came out says set a player's life total to 10. So you set their life total to 10, and then you kill them.
Got it.
The list. Weird. All right, that was a pretty good pack from me. It's not as good as yours, but in that pack, I did get... I mean, that's a lot, right?
Not bad. It's not bad. Alright.
Did I get this foil mountain in this pack or no?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, I got a foil mountain, a foil art card.
Did you?
I think I can't remember to be honest, but even this, that's 5 or 4 rares in the pack, but that's good, and then 2 foils. Like, well, you always get the etched, but you actually always get a foil and an etch. You always get that, but they're good ones. They're good. I should say that they're good ones. Yeah, that was a good pack, and this is really cool. I like that Phoenix a lot. Uh-oh.
Turns men into swine. I do want that card. I can't remember what it is.
Well, there's a bunch of them that do that, but in this
Deck,
one?
yeah.
Okay. Damn. Look at this secret lair card. You ready for this?
Yeah.
It's a token. It's a badass skeleton.
I have that one.
You have this one?
I did. I got that with my
Oh, you got it in your...
my
okay, cool.
Nightfall, yesterday.
Oh, that's classic. I don't like it that much. It is Merkle, Lord of Bones. Yep. It's like the original D&D. It's cool. I mean, it's very, very classic. I can say that. Regular mountain. Yikes. Okay. Alright, we've got him. There's the Mahdi. We've got these two. Alright. Stalwart. Okay, another flicker type guy. Very weird feeling on these cards. Astral Confrontation. Just exile target creature. And then one less to cast for each opponent you're attacking. So, in theory, you could only be 2 mana. Pretty decent. This guy, awesome. Check this guy out. A 1/1 for 1, but he has Myriad. This is cool. You can do so much when you're attacking 3 other players at the same time. So many things that enables. And he costs 1, which is the least amount of mana. This is a cool card. It's a common. I'm very happy with that card. With a mystery key. When an equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, sacrifice the mystery key. If you do, draw 3 cards. Yeah, it just draws you 3 cards. It's the mystery key. Alright, Cone of Cold. We got to foil one of that. Oh, cool. Raphael, the Fiendish Savior. So now we have our Devil Noble. So let me talk about this real quick. A lot of people have been making, or trying to make, Devil Tribal for years. And only in the last couple of years have they really started to make enough additional devils where it actually makes sense, and like Demon, Devil, Tribal, Imp, and so on. And this guy is like, we know that. Now, this is a good wizard. Flying. Other demons, devils, imps, and tieflings get +1/+1 and lifelink. Well, you control.
Yep.
Cool. At the beginning of each end step, if a creature card is put into your graveyard from anywhere this turn, create a 1/1 red devil, and the devils, when they die, they deal damage to the target. Yeah. This guy's really good. He's super cool. I'm not going to make that deck. I don't really care, but he is the absolute best commander for that kind of deck. There's another Shameless Charlatan, an ordinary one. We have like a foil one. What else do we have? A Master Chef in foil etched. Okay, cool. We has it though. Ancient Silver Dragon, our first Ancient Dragon. Nice. The blue one, the second best one. Yep. Can't be too upset about the second best one. It's not the red one, but it's pretty good. Roll D20, draw that many cards. Pretty good. My kingdom for a D20. I guess I don't have any. Oh, sorry. I hit your phone. Alright, this will tell us if this card is good or not. That is a 6. Drawing 6 cards is still pretty good.
It's not horrible.
It's still pretty good.
I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, it's still pretty good. Oh, man. Alright, well, the Ancient Silver Dragons, we got one. Feels good. The Archivist. Cool card. 2/2 flash. Another Hate Bear. Whenever an opponent searches their library, you gain a life and draw a card.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
very, very cool. I will play that in several decks. And a foil Astral Confrontation. Alright, it's a foil card. Cool. It's removal. Cool.
Not a list card.
What?
Not a list card.
Not a list card. That's right. I guess that's Volo right there, or... It is Volo. Yep. Okay. And that's a Justine. Okay, cool. Looks alright. What a perk. Yeah, this is a brand new set. It's the Commander format set. It's Dungeons and Dragons theme. The second D&D set. We've got a couple of cool cards so far. Oh, yes. You see the Taunting Cobalt? This is a great one. I like that it's foiled. So, 1 red haste, 0/1. When it attacks, goad target creature and opponent controls. So, the cool thing is in multiplayer, you can attack like that guy and goad that creature. So, for 1 mana, very, very good. I like the artwork on it. Cool. Ingenious Artillerist. Okay, when 1 or more artifacts ETBs, it deals that much damage to each opponent. Okay, not bad at all. 1, Okay, so I guess it's 1 per. Yeah, help me out with this card, right?
Yep.
Like, let's say I cast a spell that makes 2 artifacts, or so 2 treasures,
One or more. Okay, got
right?
it.
Whenever 1 or more, so 2 are entering,
Yep.
it deals that much damage to each. So it's 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure because they shouldn't print 1 or more.
Yeah. See, we had this conversation yesterday about the whole one or more thing.
Yeah, they shouldn't
Up
do.
to one or more. It's
Yeah, you pick because it deals that much damage.
I interpret that as
Yeah, it's
however many go. That's how much.
yeah, that is how much. Yeah, yeah. All right, recruitment drive. You just make a bunch of knights.
Yep.
So let's talk about this card. Cards like this. This is probably a good like draft card. Fine. But what ends up happening is if you're playing like a theme deck, well, you're playing a soldier deck. Now you only get 50% of the card. You're playing a knight deck. You're only getting 50% of the card. Are you playing a knight and soldier deck? Well, then your deck has problems because you're playing half knights and half soldiers. You should probably like pick a theme. So it's probably just like a draft card, but it's disappointing to see that. It'd be nicer if it just made 2 1/1 white knight creatures, or all knights are all soldiers.
Yeah.
All right, the myriad guy. This guy's cool. He just makes a bunch of elementals that attack, and then you can pump them all. Cool. Oh, the Trailblazer Torch. ETBs for take the initiative. Creature becomes blocked, deals 2 damage to each creature blocking it. You burn them with the torch. Okay, it's nothing to write home about. Underdark Explorer. I wish I got one of these guys. He ETBs for take the initiative. He has 5/3 menace for 5. Cool draft card. I wish I got it in draft. Ah, Thrakus the Butcher. Trample 3/4 for 5. When he attacks, double the power of each dragon you control till end of turn. That's insane. And he is a dragon peasant. Yeah, but he's effectively a 6/4 trample. So he's a crawl worm. That's cool. Crawl worm commander. We like that guy. Draconic Muralists. All right, I haven't seen them before. When it dies, you may search your library for a dragon card. Okay, cool. And foil. No. Dragon's Legacy. Dragon Shaman. This is all dragon pack? Crazy.
Oops, all dragons.
Yeah. Alright. Flying. When you cast an adventure spell or dragon spell, he deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to any target that isn't a commander.
Interesting.
Cool. Yeah, interesting. Not bad, not bad. And another Who does this, Wizards? Let me just make sure. Okay. Who stacks a pack with 4 dragons in it? That's like when you open that pack in draft, you're so disappointed. You're like, I only get to pick 2 of these.
Right. Sad.
All right, you may cast. Oh, this is a good one. Yeah, you may cast dragon spells and artifact spells as though they had flash.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then he has background too. Cool.
The art's great on that too. I like that.
Yep.
That is nice.
Yep. Very cool. Very cool.
That's scaly. Yep.
Sword Coast Sailor, awesome. I want to get one of these in foil. It's got a boat. It's got a boat.
It's a boat.
Commander creatures you own have whenever this creature attacks a player, if no opponent has more life than that player, this creature can't be blocked this turn. So, can we say... This is what's dumb, right? It's like, if you attack the opponent with the highest life, it's unblockable. Isn't that what this does? Am I wrong on that? If you attack the opponent with the highest life, it's unblockable.
The wording on some of these is so janky.
The reason that they're doing this, check this out. The reason that they're doing this is that it says, if no opponent has more life than that player, meaning you could have more life than the opponent that you're attacking.
Correct.
So they're trying to make sure that it doesn't say you have to attack the player, but that's such a, like, who would make that mistake in card design, right? So shouldn't it just say, if you're attacking the opponent with the highest life total, it's unblockable. And that would cut out like 10 words on this card or something stupid. Hire me. For real. This is dumb. I'm sorry. I can't.
So salty.
Oh, look at how faded and garbage this looks. Tell me that it's not the most faded one of these foil edge cards we've seen so far.
Pretty bad.
Right? And maybe it's just the black that are really... I guess the black and the white.
The other ones seem to be okay. Like the purples and everything else like really pops, but these are just like ugh.
No, that's not a foil etched. That's not a foil etched. No. Wait. Gotta get... No, that's just a foil though, and that one's faded too. But this one is, and the text is white. Why is the text white? You see that the text is white.
It's white.
Is that a misprint? Or is this just... Alright, hold on a second. Alright. We gotta do some detective work here. Like, okay, so that's... The text is white on that one too. Okay. And the text is white on that one too. Okay, so that's the way it is. And the text... Okay, so the foil etched have white text. Okay, but still, the saturation on this card is so jacked. Yeah, I wish that I had this one too. This would be insane in the green-black deck, by the way.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
It just turns it into a wrecking ball.
So
The color on that is so unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, maybe the camera doesn't show it really well, but, like, it's so noticeable. Wowie. Alright, cool. The Elturial Survivors. Trample Myriad. As long as it is attacking, it gets +X+0, where X is the number of lands target... Oh my god.
Oh,
nice.
no.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, eat that green. Alright, cool. Anti-green cards, always good to... Yes! The actual pull. We've got the hamster, boys. It's done.
Shut it down. We're good. We can all go. That's awesome.
So you see this card right here. He says you make a hamster token, and that's the token that he makes. So now we have the token. So now I'm going to place the token gently right in there. So now I has it.
Got him.
We got it. Awesome. Now I can't lose it. Feels good.
Yes.
Feels good. All right, so the box was worth it. A 10-cent token. We got it. A Circle of the Land Druid. ETB, you may mill 4 cards. Then, when it dies, return a land card from your graveyard to your hand. So this guy go right in the green-black deck. He's a second copy of a mill guy. Cool.
Yep.
Totally cool.
Yep.
And we've done like half of the box. I feel like I've gotten some good cards already, so pretty cool. But no foil Ancient Copper Dragon or Planeswalker. No Planeswalker yet. Oh, this is a ho-hum. I like the old ones better, like the sketch ones, I think, overall. This is just too ordinary. Billy Christian, if that is your name. Swamp. The goggles. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to a player, scry 1 then draw a card. Yeah, meh.
Yeah.
Mary Thief, we've seen that. Merkel's Edict, alright. Invoker, okay. Scion of Halaster. I've gotten a mercilessly small number of these so far, thank God. Thank God.
We got them all yesterday.
Yeah, I thought I'd get one in every pack. Okay, Corlessa, Scale Singer. Very good. 2 mana Dragon Bard. Look at the top card of your library anytime. You may cast dragon spells from the top of your library. It costs 2 mana.
Shivas.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Alright, there's the Cloakwood. Okay, Saddle of the Cavalier. Equip creature +3/+3. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or less. So it makes your guy super unblockable, probably. Okay, haven't gotten one of those until now. Alright, Duke Ulder. Ravenguard. Have not seen him. Beginning of combat on your turn, another target creature you control gains haste and myriad until end of turn. Cool. Cool.
Okay.
He is an enabler for every guy you cast. Costs a little bit much, but pretty cool. Okay, lame. And another unbelievably faded thing. Safana, Kalimport Cutthroat. Menace. Beginning of your end step, you have the initiative. Create a treasure token. Create 3 instead if you complete a dungeon. Meh. She's a rogue. Meh. That's a meh card right there.
They're so super matte. Like, they're super matte.
Ancient Gold Dragon.
Hey.
Alright, cool. So now we've got 2 of them. Let's get all 5 in this box. That'd be kind of cool. At least this one's funky. The Gold Dragon I slate as the worst one by far. By far.
But it's a cool looking card.
No, it's cool. It's a mythic. It's one of the dragons. Pretty cool. A second foil of this. I got one of those the pre-release. There's a soldier token.
Okay.
All right, cool. We got the Cat Devil. Alrighty. Anything good? Oh, awesome. All right. So this is way better as an art token. And a foil island. Lame.
Nice.
No, I guess I go there. There's the Phoenix, regular. All right. And there's the same elephant. Armor Shadows. Lantern or Revealing. Okay, I haven't seen this one yet. Tap for a mana. Look at the top card of your library. If it's a land, you may put it onto battlefield tapped. If you don't, put it on the bottom of your library. Cool. Cool. All right, not bad. Chain Devil. We've seen him. The Marut. So have you seen this guy? Right? What up, Mr. Cool? Cracking open a box of Commander Legends. You need anything from Commander Legends? I probably have it now. So he's a 7/7 trample for 8. When it ETBs, if you use treasure mana, right, create a treasure token for each treasure that you used for the mana. So it's free for treasure.
It's gross.
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like it. You look upon the Terrask.
Got
Yep.
that one too.
Yep. Explore the Underdark. This is very good. You can get 2 basics or gates and put them onto the battlefield tapped. And you take the initiative. Yeah,
Okay.
pretty cool. Very good ramp. Oh, good, man, good. There's Wilson, the Refined Grizzly.
Yay!
Finally.
I said we needed bears. We got bears.
Finally. I love him.
He's so wonderful.
Can't be countered. Vigilance, Reach, Trample, Ward 2, and you get a background. He's a bear warrior.
He's amazing.
Awesome. He's got a pipe. He's a bear.
He's fantastic. He's my new favorite.
Oh, my God.
I know. I told you.
Oh
the
my
insert
God.
was thicker. They feel awful.
All right, we got her. Feywild Visitor. Commander creatures you own have whenever one or more non-token creatures you control deal combat damage to a player. You create a 1/1 blue fairy dragon creature token with flying.
Yep.
Meh.
Meh. Very meh.
For 3. Meh. Guild Artisan. I don't know. Strikes me as pretty lame. It looks good, but it's pretty lame. Yeah. If it's so tough if no opponent has more life. That seems very difficult, right? And something good. Oh, the Barroom Brawl. This card is stupid. Look at this thing. Pretty awesome, right? Like, this could clear a table.
Yeah.
This could clear a table. Now, you have to hope that the table wants to interact with this card, because this card is awesome. This card is awesome. But here's what is going to happen. You're going to cast that on the person on your left. And the person on your left should copy it and do something with it, and then they just won't. Then they just won't. Oh my God, what a disappointingly amazing card. Like, I wanted this card when I saw the set, but I've thought about all the games that I've played on Spell Table and how people, like, it's not that they aren't making good moves, it's just that they don't want to interact. It's really weird. It is a great card. It really is. A foil Ghastly Death Tyrant. Okay. Actually pretty cool because, and then we have an initiative / the Underdark. All right. It is a black enchantment destruction. Destroy target enchantment opponent controls. You lose life equal to the mana. So, I can... only if it were a Birthing Pod deck, cool, because they have a bunch of different ones that are Birthing Pod, so there's no reason in a Birthing Pod deck not to run as many copies of it as you could run. I'm going to put this in my Death Touch deck. Why? It says the word Death Touch, and then it has an ability to destroy an enchantment. So, again, like I said, there's so many cards in this set that I can put into all the decks that I own that I don't really care. Even this common has a place in a deck that I have. So, I'm pretty happy with just about anything. Thank you. Oh, sweet. That's great. The Crystal Sword. It's a cool artifact. It's mana rock. Very, very cool. I like it. Ah! One per box, boys and girls. One per box. Lightning Bolt! This is a great looking lightning bolt. It's not the best, but it is a very good one. I'm very happy to get lightning bolt. I'm going to put it in there for now. This guy is new. I haven't seen him. It's an uncommon. Okay. So this has a somewhat rare ability that other things have. Your creatures deal combat damage based on their toughness, not their power. When he attacks, if you have the initiative, double the toughness of each creature you control. He only costs 3 mana. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. Oh my god. Like, there's a bunch of creatures that are like 1 for an 0/4.
Yeah.
So they're effectively, 4/4s. Now, see, the thing about Doran, cool, is that I think Doran changes it for everybody. He only changes it for your guys. I think. I think Doran changes it for everybody. Diamond, diamond, diamond!
What?
What? These sets. The Gond Gate. I don't know if you noticed this. We have not gotten many gates in this whole box.
We really have not.
All right, another. Feel this card. It's like twice as thick as all the other ones. All right. We've seen these. We've seen these. But we haven't seen Asterion the Decadent. For your black-white vampire elf rogue death touch lifelink, you get to choose. Do you feed? Target opponent loses like equal to the amount of life they've lost this turn. So you delete them. Or you can gain life equal to the amount of life you gain this turn. Or you can double life gain.
Wow.
This guy is unbelievable. Yeah, Doran is everybody. That's what I thought. This guy's unbelievable. Great for vampires. Great for... There's so many black and white life gain decks. Great for all of those. He's also a rogue, so you could do some kind of... This is the best part about the set. He's a rogue, so you could do some kind of a rogue white and black deck. It's totally possible. There are a ton of black rogues. They're mostly blue ones as well and red ones, but it is possible. You could make this new deck with these weird build restrictions. He enables it. Very cool, very cool. Cool card. Definitely wanted to get one. Got it. Can go in the Death Touch deck. All right, finally. Now we're going to see a million of those. All right, Gorian. This is a very disappointing card. I'll tell you why. So, he's a 3/4 for Bant with Vigilance. That's not bad. He has whenever you cast an adventure spell, you may copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. So any card that has adventure, you get 2 effects. Yeah. There's a card called Lucky Clover that does the same thing. That's an artifact that costs 2 mana. So your commander is Lucky Clover. It's very funny. And obviously Lucky Clover will go in every single adventure deck with this guy, and you'll adventure and like, okay, fine, whatever. I just find it boring because so many of these decks are going to look exactly the same because there's nothing that differentiates this from the Clover. So you're just going to, have the same deck everybody else has. It was a weird idea, in my opinion, to do this. Whatever. I'm sure some people will enjoy making the adventure deck, but I just think it'll be... Oh, Descent into Avernus. Cool. This card is a very chaotic red card for multiplayer. So every turn... You put 2 counters on this. Then you give everybody that many treasures. Then everybody takes that much damage. Yeah, so it's going to end the game in rapid order. Very risky card, but pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's a very red card. Red does that kind of a thing. Cool card. Oh, the Mirror. Okay, we had this played in our second game. So when a creature enters the battlefield, if it was cast, exile it. Then return all other permanent cards exiled with Mirror to the battlefield under their life's control, or owner's control. So here's what happens, right? I cast Wilson. Mm-hmm. Wilson enters the battlefield. Mirror says, okay, you cast him and he entered the battlefield, exile him. That's what happens, right? Now, some other time, I'm like, I'm going to cast this guy. Okay, exile him. And Wilson comes back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's how this works. There are other cards that do this, which is like Demon Machine and or Omen Machine. I'm sorry, and there's a blue card that does it. It's cool. It's a cool card. Definitely like a Staxy card. Cool. A little foil Taunting Cobalt. I'm happy with that. It's good enough. Look at this throwback Pegasus token.
Oh.
Yep, pretty cool. Pretty cool. One lightning bolt per box. Eminence is a commander mechanic though, like Commander, and I get this is Commander Legends, but Eminence is really powerful cool. I don't know why, like, sort of like they shouldn't have printed that, sort of. Oh, wow. Yeah, so that's the classic gold dragon look.
No.
Yeah, very, very cool. Oh, wow, it has stats. It's the Ancient Gold Dragon, CR 24 from 5th edition.
That's amazing.
Wow.
That's cute.
That's really cool. And a forest. All right, Sky Diamond looking okay. Gate. Hezru, Summon Undead. Murder. Surprisingly little murder in the box. Hey, Fireball. So you don't know about this, but so Fireball is an iconic D&D spell. I'm sure you know that,
Yes.
right? It's very iconic. But did you know that in Magic the Gathering, in the first print, Alpha Beta Unlimited Revised 4th Edition, Fireball existed. It was always in the edition. It's red and X. Deal that much damage. And you have this other ability where you can split the damage, and you have to pay 1 mana for each thing that you split it to, and then it deals that much damage divided in that much rounded down.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So if if you did like X equals 4 for 4 damage, and 1 red, that's 5 mana, and you could pick like 4 targets for 4 more mana, you could deal 1 damage to those 4 targets for 9 mana. You could fireball them all. Pretty cool. I haven't gotten... This is the first fireball. Yeah. It's an uncommon. It's the first fireball I've gotten in the box, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Thunder Wave. Okay, very good. That's cool. Yeah, Thunder Wave. Just a board wipe. Very cool. If you roll low, deals 3 damage to each creature. If you roll medium, you pick the creatures that take the damage, so yours are safe. And if you roll 20, your opponent's creatures take 6. Yeah, that's pretty good. And that's the first one in the box. Oh, there's a Cloud Kill. Okay, cool. I got one of those in my draft, foil. All right, there's OG. I got one in my draft as well. I hope to get a foil one for my Flicker deck, maybe. Seems reasonable. Guild Artisan, we've seen that. We have a foil one. Another one of these, okay. Ravenloft Adventurer. Alright, ETB, take the initiative. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead and put a hit counter on it. Oh, wow, he's got the Atrata. Atrata, the Silencer, has this ability. The same thing with the hit counters. Whenever the adventurer attacks, if you've completed a dungeon, defending player loses 1 life for each card they own in exile with the hit counter on it. That's cool. It works with Atrata. It works with her. That's cool. But she just makes you lose the game. But that's cool. Alright, foil Cloak of the Bat. And a list card. Soratami Savant. Oh boy. It's a Moonfolk Wizard. Pay 3 and return a land. You can counter a spell unless they pay 3. Hooray. The list. Alright, we're definitely more than halfway through. Yep, we're 2/3 through. Gotten 2 Elder Dragons. Pretty cool. No Planeswalker. No Copper Dragon. No. You still open the best pack with a Etched Mythic and a regular Mythic. Still definitely open the best pack, for sure. Cool. And another foil basic land. What is up with this? Do not want to keep getting foil basic lands. Pretty cool card. Liking it. Alright, Marble Diamond. Alright, Fireball. Not super happy about that artwork. I think the regular Fireball's better. Alright, a Gate. Cool. Mimic. Ghastly. Juvenile Mist Dragon.
Aww.
Alright, he just taps guys. Okay. Sword Coast Sailor, we got that. Okay, Sailor's Bane. So here we have another boat card.
Yes.
Each card, they really need to. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each card you own in exile and in your graveyard. That's an instant card, a sorcery card, or a card that has an adventure. Word salad.
So much.
Yeah, so much. And as Ward 4. There's a boat right there. Oh, cool. Bane's Contingency. So, it's cool. So it's counter target spell for 2 blue and 1. That's commonly referred to as cancel, because that's all that card does. It just counters spell for 3. If that spell targets a commander you control, instead counter that spell, scry 2, then draw a card. This is better when they add this complexity to a situation than to just make a card better 100% of the time. This is better. So, cool. Wild. Blade of Frontiers. Everybody wants this guy. If you would roll 1 or more dice, instead roll that many dice plus 1 and ignore the lowest roll.
Wow.
Everybody wants this guy. And then whenever you roll 1 or more dice, put a +1/+1 counter on him. Just when you roll. And then he has background, so you can make 2 colors.
Yep.
Everyone wants this commander. No joke. Tons of people are going to play that. Tavern Brawl. Cool. Exile the top card of your library. The creature gets +X+0 until end of turn, where X is mana value. You may play that card this turn. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Just beats the hell out of people. We haven't get too many of those. Jan Jansen. Chaos Crafter. Check this one out. Red, white, black.
Okay.
3/3 haste. Tap, sack an artifact creature. Create 2 treasure tokens. Tap, sack a non-creature artifact. Create 2 construct artifact creature tokens. So it can get you either way, because you can sack the treasure to make 2 of these guys, and then sack 1 of those to make 2 treasures. So it's value forever. You're always getting more value. This guy's really good. Yeah, Dumb and Prosper. Oh my god. Yeah, when you're making extra tokens for everything that you do, this is very strong. So this card will see a lot of play. Could be worth something. Feels good. All right, another Shameless Charlatan. We've gotten like 3 of these. All right.
Really?
Foil basic land. Yikes. And Magic Minigame.
What?
Yeah, it's Mini Master. Here's how you play Mini Master. Each player opens a pack and sets aside any cards without magic card backs, trying not to look at the rest of the cards. Then they add 3 of each basic land, plains, island, swamp, mountain, and forest, to their pack and shuffle. This becomes the player's deck. Randomly determine who goes first, then play a game of Magic. There are many variants of Mini Master. Following are modified rules you can add to your game. If you have 2 or more copies of any basic land, you can tap other lands as though they were lands of that type. This can help you pay costs with lots of mana symbols in them. After the first game, add another pack to your deck. Look at the contents. Then cut cards until you have 30. Do this again for game 3. Not feeling your deck? Replace the whole thing with the new pack between games. Wow. We've got it. New game mode unlocked. Mini Master. Well, we're getting a list card here, I think. Oh, look at that signature. It's got a lot of personality on that one.
Cool.
Igor. Looking cool. Alright, Imogen, we've seen that. Predatory Impetus. So you haven't seen that, but it's, common. The Gray Salad. Javelin. The Dungeon Delver. Cool. Imoen, Mystic Trickster, 14 times in 3 different things. Right, there's Real Surreal, okay. Irenicus's Vile Duplication. We haven't seen this one. 4 mana, create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, except the token has flying and isn't legendary if that creature is legendary. Always cool to be able to copy your commander and not lose it immediately.
Yep.
And then you give it flying too. That's a cool card. Not bad at all. Another Kadira. Inspiring Leader, okay, and remember what I said. Remember what I said. Oh my god, another one. Now it's in I have so many of these. Oh my goodness. Alright. And oh, the Wand of Wonder. Yeah, this is cool. Do you know what this does? Alright, so 4 mana. 4 mana tap. Roll d20. Each opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile an instant or sorcery card. Then shuffle the rest back. You may cast up to X instant and or sorcery spells from among the cards this way without paying their mana cost. So 1 through 9 is one of the cards. 10 through 19 is 2, and 20 is 3. Yeah, pretty crazy. This is a very powerful card in Commander. Of course, it costs 8 mana to do that, but the cards in Commander are so powerful that having your choice of, potentially 3 different players' decks, and they exile until they hit. So they're going to hit. And then you choose the one you want. Insane. All right, we got a Mythic. Is this the guy? Let me see. Yeah, okay. 5 mana, 5/4. Whenever you attack, if it's the first combat phase of the turn, untap all attacking creatures. They gain first strike until end of turn. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. He just gives you double attacks. And then he has background, so of course you can be any 2 colors.
Right.
Awesome. Yeah. Very, very strong. This guy will see some play. Very cool. Another Candle Keeps Age. All right. And oh! It's actually worth a little bit of money. This is good. Jet Medallion. The list. I need this. I actually need this. I don't think I have too many actual original Mirage medallions. And I got stung on them because they reprinted them, and I'm like, oh, they reprinted them. They're not gonna be worth anything now because like they're starting to creep like a little bit, but then they reprinted them, and now they haven't reprinted them for like ever. So they had gone up like way high. But if they're in the list, they'll just be worthless again. But this is a great card. I need this. I don't think I own it. Awesome. I'll put it right there. In fact, actually, maybe I'll put it there. Yeah, Jet Medallion. I'm a little bit happy to get that as a list card. No joke. No joke. Could put it in the black deck. Maybe. Yeah, super cool. Now, the red medallion is by far the best one. Oh, too colorful. Look, the kinkus. That's what those are. They're kinkus. They're bird people. Injured Discovery. Nice color. Cool. The Plains. Alright. Sky Diamond. Yasad. Candle Keep. And Evolving Wilds.
Hey.
I mean, I own 300 or 400 of these. But I don't think I've opened a single one in this box until now. It's a common, guys. In your drafts, draft this if you're playing 3-color. Campfire is pretty cool. Sigil of Merkle is very cool. I don't think I got too many of those. Mill. When you do, if there are 4 or more creature cards in your graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, and it gains Death Touch until end of turn. Yep, pretty good, pretty good. Modify Memory. Okay, we haven't gotten like any of these. It's an uncommon. Exchange control of 2 target creatures controlled by different players. If you control neither creature, draw 3 cards. You 2 people exchange. I'm going to draw 3. Very cool. Very cool card. The Iron Mastiff. One of my opponents had this. 4/4 for 4. When it attacks, roll a d20 for each player being attacked and ignore all but the highest roll. So 1 through 9, Iron Mastiff deals damage equal to its power to you. It has an actual drawback.
Yeah.
10 through 11, it deals damage equal to its power to defending player. So half of the time, or with the 20, yeah, each opponent. But, if you're attacking 2 or 3 people and you're rolling 2 or 3 d20s, the chance of just dealing that extra damage is pretty good. 9 Fingers. All right. So, very cool card. Check this out. 4/4 for 4. Menace. The ward is 9 life. Wanna kill her? Pay 9 life. Whenever 9 Fingers deals combat damage to a player, look at the top 9 cards of your library. You may put a gate card from among them onto the battlefield. Then, if you control 9 or more gates, put the rest into your hand. So remember those 9 cards that you looked at? If you have 9 or more gates, you just keep them. Otherwise, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Very cool. She's a rogue. I think people will want to build around this card. It's very fun. Oh, Jessica's Will is reprinted. Awesome. Yeah, that's very good. But paying 9 life to kill her? No one's going to do that. Yeah. 9 life. And she has Menace. So the ability for her to get through unblocked in a multiplayer game, 100%. Because one of the players is only going to have one creature available to block. And then looking at the top 9 cards is like, it's pretty good. You do have to play the gates, though, to get value out of her. Whatever. I don't think gates are bad. I think they're fine. Cool card. Very flavorful. Right, Inspiring Lidar. Another one. I think that's the second one that we have of the Shameless Charlatan. All right, just Jahira's Respite. I think you got one of those.
Yep.
I don't think I own that. Juvenile Miss. I saw the dragon for a second. I'm like, oh yes, but no. Okay, it's just a regular dragon. Okay, taps guys. And then the list. We've got the Witch's Eye. Look at what it does. You pay 1. You equip for 1. Your creature gets pay 1 and tap. Scry 1. Doesn't do anything. No. But it does take up a card in the pack. Witch's Eye. Oh my god. Alright. What else? Alright. This is it. We're down to the last 3 packs. Yikes. Maybe there's an extra. No. Alright. Choose your destiny. Which one first? Alright. The last 3 packs. Oh no. No Planeswalker. 1 Mythic Rare foil. Alright. Cool Dragon in the pack. It's got to mean something.
Yes.
It's got to mean something. The Cool Dragon promo. Alright, we got a Plains. Alright, the Duodrome. Another Lightning Bolt. Wow. Feels good. 2 in the box. Reckless Barbarian. I'm sad I didn't see more of these guys. I think this guy's really good. You pay 2. He's a 2/2. You can sack him for 2 red. Lots of decks want that. Alright. These Tabaxi Toucaneers didn't see at all. Not very good, but... A 2/2 with Death Touch. If it dies and it wasn't blocking, draw a card. Wow. Cool. Cultist of Tiamat. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, X+0 until end of turn, X to that creature as that spell's mana value, choose a background. Interesting. It's a Dragon Shaman. Pretty cool. That means there's going to be more dragons in it, right? Acolyte of Bahamut. So commander creatures you own have the first dragon spell you cast each turn costs 2 less. Wow. Yeah, pretty cool for a dragon deck. And by the way, Scandos Dragonheart. So there's no question that they have dragon packs that are stacked like that to enable you to play Dragon Tribal. There's no question. You're seeing this. Whenever Scandos Dragonheart attacks, it gets +X another turn, where X has the greatest power among other dragons you control, and dragon cards in your graveyard. Wow. Pretty good. And by the way, another mythic rare Tiefling Barbarian guide that gives you double attack steps. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Alright. Flaming Fist. Oh yeah, this... Well, I don't think we've gotten too many of these. Yeah. So your commander, Double Strike. Double Strike. Pretty good. Okay. Oh. Her in the foil variant. Okay. The Caves of Chaos Adventurer. Trample. ETB, take the initiative. When it attacks, exile top card of your library. If you completed a dungeon, you may play that card without paying its mana cost. Otherwise, you may play that card this turn. It's okay. Something good. Another one of these guys. We have it. He gives your guys Myriad and Haste. You pick a different guy, and he gives him Myriad Haste. All right, cool. And foil Breath Weapon. Oh, well. And the initiative. All right, 50-50. Yeah, dragons really get support in every set, don't they? They don't need it. All right. No Planeswalker. Wow. 1 foil mythic. Did just get... Oh, wow, that's a cool art card, though. Look at that art card. Mm-hmm. Island. So here's the Stone Speaker Crystal. I've been waiting. I don't think I've gotten a single one of these until now. Yep. I've wanted this. A cool mana rock. You see this? So, taps for 2. Then, you can exile any number of other players' graveyards, or target player graveyards, then draw a card.
Wow.
So it has a really great activated ability with the mana, with the draw. Very, very good. There's an OG, cool. Lightning Bolt. Not many lightning bolts in this whole box. In the draft, I passed like 4 of them. So this has just been an unlucky box, I would say. Guiding Bolt, Pilgrim's Eye, Kenku Artificer. Cool. Owlbear Shepherd. At the beginning of your end step, if creatures you control have total power 8 or greater, draw a card. The Ghost Lantern. There's Skullwinder, who I have in the Death Touch deck. There's Minthara, we haven't seen her. Merciless Soul. Ward X. X is the number of experience counters you have. Now, at the beginning of your end step, if a permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn, you get an experience counter. Oh, she's insane. Creatures you control get +1/+0 for each experience counter you have. Wow. She's really good. Yeah, you could quite easily get 3 or 4 experience counters on her and just, she'll be hard to kill, and she pumps all your guys.
Yeah.
And clerics are a pretty cool tribe that have a decent amount of support, and with her they have more. Veteran Soldier, okay, we've seen that, and I saw this too. There she is, the Busybody.
I have her too.
Look at the top X cards of your library. X is the number of tokens you created this turn. Put one of those cards into your hand. And the rest in the bottom of your library in any order. Choose a background. Yikes. Disgusting. Not very good. Oh, cool. Sentinel Worm. Okay, so another one of these. I think we got this one already. Is that right? Whenever another non-token dragon enters the battlefield under your control, create a token that's a copy of it. Except the token isn't legendary if that dragon is legendary. This is going to be very, very in demand. People want that. A Skullport Merchant. Okay, so this is it's a reprint. Yeah, it's not a list reprint, but this was in the other D&D set. It's good. ETBs for make a treasure, and then you can sack a creature or treasure to draw a card. There it is. The final pack. Did we get a Planeswalker? Signs point to probably not. Let's go ahead and open it. Did I get my rope? I can't remember. I don't think I did.
There's no rope yet.
No rope. Okay. A rabbit. It's a good sign. Rabbits are very lucky. And also, angel elephants. Okay.
They're so creepy.
Merchant of Marvels. You may cast dragon spells and artifact spells. Okay, so it's just that one. Okay. Sky Diamond. Dread Linorm. Another dragon adventure. There's the Basilisk Gate. The Great Sword of Tyr. Amethyst Dragon. Yep. Topaz Dragon. We haven't gotten any of these. Creatures you control gain Death Touch until end of turn. Flying Death Touch. It's not very good. Sapphire Dragon. So again, dragon, 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 and then her again. Alright, it's got to be a sign. Cool. Very cool. The Sapphire Dragon's very cool because it's a counter spell, and then you get a body off of it. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. But I like... Nope, I don't like Tavern Brawl. 3 cards left. Alright, so we're going to get something good. One of these has to be a foil Planeswalker. No, it's Flaming Fist. It's the double strike thing. Lame. Oh, Ball, Lord of Murder. As long as your life total is less than or equal to half your starting life total, Ball, Lord of Murder has indestructible. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature and goad it. Interesting, because you can make the table fight. This is interesting. Yeah, it is interesting. It's definitely a unique build-around card. Because normally, if you're making a sacrifice deck, you don't have that kind of thing. But here, you're sacking your stuff and making the other players kill each other. The thing I don't like about it, cool, is that it's whenever another non-token creature you control dies. So you can't sack tokens. It's a pretty big limiting factor, okay? And there are plenty of guys that you can recur, so it's doable, but man, that non-token clause is like pretty bad. All right, and the final card. It's got to be Elminster, and it is a foil Lightning Bolt. I'm not super unhappy about that. Lightning Bolt is always a good card, and I'll be fine with the foil Lightning Bolt. All right, so now to sum up, to recap, let us do the count. I should pay more attention. Yeah, the Earthquake Dragon is pretty cool. Oh my god, you get double mythic in the same pack. Double mythic. Alright. Okay, so this should actually be here. Do me a quick favor and see if Jet Medallion counts as a rare. Alright, so these are my etched foil rares. Very nice, I'm sorry, these aren't etched foil, because this one's regular foil and that one's the etched foil. That's just bad collating there. I think I got unlucky. Not sure, but we're going to find out. We're going to do some math in a minute.
It's rare.
It's rare? Okay. Alright, so we got 5 mythics. 5 mythics. 2 of the Ancient Dragons. 2 Karlach. Weird. And then one mythic etched. Cool. Volo's very good for sure. Then we got 5 rare etched and 1 rare foil. Only 1 rare foil. Yeah, that's pretty unlucky. And then all right, 28 rare. 2 rare art. That seems very low. 2 rare um, list cards, which is like, that's probably crazy rare actually, in my opinion. But yeah, was Jet Medallion worth anything? I wasn't sure if you happened to see.
I can do it. $34.99.
Yep, yep, as expected. Yep. Probably saved this box.
Yeah.
All right. Just this seems like 12. Oh, I shouldn't do it. No, okay, I was gonna say, all right, that it still isn't right. Oh my god. Okay, so 9 uncommon etched and only 3 common etched. That's weird.
It's weird, yeah.
So huge weird distribution there. And then let's see here. This is dumb right here. So like this right here adds up, and I just have these 2 Lightning Bolt art cards because I like them. They're good pulls for me in my opinion. Okay. Yeah, 12 foil etched. Uncommon. 3, 4, 5 foil uncommon. 2 uncommon art. 9 common foil. And, oh, there's no way. 1 foil forest, mountain, island, swamp, and plains. That's not random, right? There's no way that's random. The
I
odds,
mean, it
come on.
could be.
The odds
Could
are
be.
so. No, you get one of each. Weird.
Look, you
Very,
can.
very weird. I wish I could price this because I am curious. I feel like it's worth more than I paid for the box. I really do feel like that. The fact that
I
the
mean, I could
Jet
try.
medallion is 35
Yeah.
or 30 plus.
Yeah.
But that's dumb because it takes away from the set. It's like, but your best card was a reprint from another set. Like what
I
the
can check
heck?
other ones. Let me see.
So yeah, let's take a look at
Yeah.
pricing for. I would say that guy, this guy, definitely that guy, and these cards because and then these we won't bother. Yeah, just those. I don't think there's any rare that I think we need to look at besides the ones that are there. And I guess maybe the dragon, but
Foil etched or just foil?
that one's foil etched. Yeah, because it has the white text.
$1.99.
That sucks. Okay, that's super. Well, he's just a rare though. What about that guy? To be fair, he is just a rare, and we're holding off on the mythics. But yeah, he is just a rare. The other guys are gonna go straight to the bulk.
Is it etched as well?
Yep.
$2.99.
Nice. Okay.
Ooh.
And what about? But Volo should be the money, I assume. We'll see. He should be the money.
Foil etched just $4.99.
Wow, that sucks. That sucks. So $4.99 for our undoubtedly most rare card. All right. Well, these guys, they're the mythic rares.
We'll start with the top and go from there. We'll do
Yep.
Majestic Genesis first.
Yep. Sure. That stinks. The market has fallen. Yeah. Jet medallion.
Just plain, not.
Yeah, it's just regular. Yep.
$1.99.
Awful. Bulk rare. Bulk rare, it's a mythic. Bulk. What about the dragons? Oh, that's so sad. That's super, super sad. We got one of each of these, though, so that's good.
$11.99 for your dragon.
All right. Dragon. Pretty good. And then that's the art card. Although, like I said, I think that's the shittiest one. I think that's the weakest one. Maybe the red one's just stupid in comparison.
$14.99.
It's worth more. Wow. Well, it's the art card.
The art card.
Okay. Those the dragons are reasonable. Mythics should debut in the $10 to $20 range. They should. And this guy's going to be like $1.99, right?
$6.99.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. Yeah, so, I mean, the value's not there. Like, this is barely worth what I paid for it. Barely. And really, it's only because of the jet medallion. That's so sad.
So ridiculous.
But it was interesting enough to open it. It was fun enough to open it. These lightning bolts do look great. I got a foil lightning bolt. Never bad. Never, never bad. And I got a lot of cards for a lot of decks. Like a real lot. And I really like that Phoenix. Super, super cool. Anything that you saw that was really cool?
Eh.
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 I kind of agree with that.
Kind of eh. I mean, the stuff we really wanted clearly was not here. I was surprised there was no more owlbears.
Not a single owlbear or a cat.
Or a cat.
Not a single one.
So,
Luckily, I drafted those.
Yeah.
Very, very smart of me to take them when I could get them.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that you got your bear.
Is there anything else good in there? Is there a way to price search by like high price in there, or no? I know their
I mean, I could like
their searching is not really good. Like I wish I had all the scanning apps. I wish they worked. You know, it stinks that Merkel is so garbage, but it appears he's very common for a rare. And I did. I got a lot of good build around guys. I can build a lot of decks, and these go into so many decks that I already own. Let me see if I can do that. Let's see.
do you want how do you want me to break it down?
Well, I mean, I would go by highest price down.
Well,
So
I don't have that choice. I have to go by
yeah, just regular Commander
just
Legend.
regular.
Yeah, yeah, that one. Because a high priced card that isn't foil, it'll just be more money. Foil. Yeah, can you sort by price?
I'm gonna try.
Is
I'm
that
gonna
an
see. I
option?
got a lot of options
Like
here. So.
Wand of Wonder is super cool. Definitely super cool. This guy's very good. That guy's very cool. That card's very cool. Probably not worth anything, but that card is cool. Yeah, that guy. Everybody's gonna play that card. Definitely. The Earthquake Dragon is very good. That thing is gonna see a ton of play. Yeah, these are gonna see a lot of play. These not. They're way more iffy, but these are gonna see a ton of play. Of course, the dragons are gonna see tons and tons and tons of play. Yeah, one of each foil basic. That's so weird. I just don't believe it. Ooh, foil lightning bolt. I believe that though. And then these, man, if only I got a foil one of these, it'd be much cooler. Much, much cooler. I really like it.
It won't even let me search by this particular set.
Yeah, that's fine. It's brand new. It's just been released. Like I said, I got a lot of building stuff, and I got a Soren's Vengeance. So weird. But yeah, my best pull, Jet Medallion. That's so odd. I do need it, so it's sort of funny. Like I would like to use it probably for my Crick deck, and I got it in Commander Legends. I got a Commander card for Commander Legends, right? It's so weird. Yeah, no cats, no owlbear kittens. The art cards are all pretty cool that I got, so I like that.
I would agree.
Like I think I got a bunch of the dragons. that counts enough.
Minsk and Boo.
Yeah, pretty cool. Oh, I got the boo. I got the boo token.
You get the Boo token.
Yeah, that was necessary.
Ancient Brass Dragon. These are like the most expensive in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the dragons, which we got two of them, which is, I
Other.
mean, it's very fair to get two in a box. That's, yep, no Elminster, no Witch. That's from the Commander deck, so I couldn't possibly open that.
Correct.
Same thing, that's in the Commander deck. I also need that card. No. Alright, cool. Good enough. But yeah, I mean the two dragons and these two guys and the jet medallion, that's close.
Nah.
Yeah, I thought I'd be a little bit better. Thought I'd get a little bit more. Volo, I can't believe you're so garbage, Volo. You seem really good. Yeah, I'll make a fun deck out of him. Gorian, I believe you. I believe that you're worthless. Like I do believe that. I totally believe that. Mazzy, I believe that also. And Shameless Charlatan, I also believe that you're worthless. Like I believe that. The other cards, they should be better. So yeah, Ancient Silver Dragon, cool enough. Ancient Gold Dragon, cool enough. Good enough. Not as cool as Jet Medallion though. That's silly. Silly. We have to open Commander Legends to get Jet Medallion. Like these lightning bolts are cooler than that. I really like these lightning bolts. I wish I got one of these in foil. It would have been so much cooler.
Yeah.
But I did get. I mean, I really like the look of this Phoenix.
Yeah.
I just think it looks great. And all these etched foils. Meh. I'm not sure I like the etched foil look. They're definitely really faded looking. They look very funny. I wonder how they'll look in like a couple of years if they continue to fade and look like garbage, or or if they will never fade and they'll be like exactly the same. But seems like they're probably gonna fade, not be very good. Yeah, there's a lot of the distribution also very very weird. Like this uncommon, we got one of these in the entire box. One. I mean, it's good and I want it. One. A lot of cards like that too. Um, there were 4 lightning bolts in the box, but one was foil and 2 were art cards, and only 1 regular lightning bolt in the whole box. Just weird. The packs certainly are strange. It's gonna make drafting this very weird if you're doing commander draft. 1 Irenicus's Vile Duplication in the entire box, and so many of the same legendary creatures. They really are duplicating up on the legendaries. So that is it. That is one entire box of Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate. We didn't get Baldur's Gate.
No.
We didn't get Elminster.
No.
Let's see. We didn't get the Owlbear Cub from that box or any Displacer Kittens from that box. I got these from drafting. Yeah, not a lot of cards that were wanted. I wanted the red Elder Dragon. We got 2 other ones. The blue one's still pretty good too. I don't really want it, but it's good. I'm not gonna say it's not good. It's definitely insanely good. And I got a Jet Medallion, which is hilarious and doesn't make any sense whatsoever. That's sort of a letdown, not gonna lie. But half of these cards are gonna make their way into Death Touch deck. Let me look at some cards here. No, what's this guy? Yeah, well, that's the Death Touch deck where a bunch of these cards are going. I know that. I don't think any are going in Thrun. None of them are going into Minsk Beloved Ranger because I didn't get any of the cards that do the thing that he does. So, yeah, that's weird. Who's this? Norin the Weary. I don't think any of these go in Norin either. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Is there like this? No, probably not. What about here? Tavern Brawler isn't bad for that deck. Probably wouldn't play it, but I could. I mean, is this guy worth anything? Like, for real?
Let's find out.
See, because he's just a common, sorry. He's just a rare, which effectively means he's common. But I gotta imagine everybody and their mother wants this guy. Like, everybody. Everybody. Everybody wants to play the roll a fistful of dice deck. Like, every single player. But he's just gonna be 99 cents, $1.99. It's just so sad.
49 cents.
He's a bulk rare. Oh my goodness, bulk rare. So yeah, basically they're bulk rares. Sadness, very very sadness. Oh, well. Poop. And that's why we don't open boxes. That's why we buy people's collections.
Yeah.
Because you get way more value. For what I paid for this, I bought the 10,000 card collection. And I got way more value. Tremendously more. But I had a little bit of fun, and I got some cards that are cool. I got a Jet Medallion. It's so weird. I'm out of here.
Yep.
I'm gonna kill this. So, Commander Legends. Very strange collation. You might get something good. You probably won't. The drafting was good. The drafting was fun. The event was good. I mean, I'm getting a lot of like commander cards for different decks, but kind of the things that I really wanted to build around, and we're talking commons and uncommons too. Like, there are many uncommons that I did not get. Uncommons, not rares. There were a bunch of different Death Touch guys that I didn't get, and there is one that's like a common. I got one of them, thank goodness, but we might not have gotten it. So, anyways, I'm out of here. You guys have a good Saturday. Maybe I'll be back in several hours to do something different, but I'm going to go have dinner. So, enjoy. Have a good time. Wave to the camera. Bye, everyone. Peace. And